Well, it looks like our troubles with Star Citizen over 3.17.1 may soon come to an end because, well, 3.17.2 is in Evocati PTU, and with it comes a very large amount of fixes that are much needed because, well, a lot of people have been reporting that they're having a lot of issues with the current build, and it needs a lot of fixes, and it looks like these are coming. But it's not the only thing that's coming with 3.17.2. We also have a couple of new features, including the Derelict Reclaimers V1 here, which are going to add additional points of interest that will be scattered both on planets and in space. These Derelict Reclaimers come with puzzle traversal elements, along with multiple legal and illegal mission types, which include a variety of FPS combat in and around the crash sites, using the brand new Planetary Navigation Mesh, which means that NPCs will be walking around the wreck, not just inside, not just in bunkers. It's a premiere that's going to be happening with this patch, and I can't wait to be trying this out. These Reclaimers, the relics, will be around Yela, Mick L1, and Arc L2, along with 3 different missions that can bring players to these locations, which will include Delivery, Investigation, and Mercenary at the same time. A new derelict site called Ghost Hollow on Macrotech has NPCs that can navigate on the planet's surface and has 3 lawful missions associated with the location that bring the player to the derelict, which includes Delivery, Bounty Hunting, and Mercenary. Also, there's going to be a Derelict Colonialism Outpost here, which is going to add new Derelict versions to the Colonialism Outpost into Stainton. This initial release will see 5 unique outpost locations on Macrotech with a new delivery mission, a small traversal puzzle, and all but one of them having AR guards. So one of them is going to have AR guards as well. That will also utilize the new planetary nav mesh, along with a new dropship reinforcement system. Holy moly, this is new. I didn't expect that to be coming in 3.17.2, but yes, looks like the AI will be flying from, I don't know, space, and will bring in some reinforcements from space with a ship. That's awesome. It's going to bring a lot of excitements out there. Of course, AI here, planetary navigation, he is going to allow NPCs to move on planet surfaces using a dynamically generated navigation mesh, which will efficiently process planetary terrain and objects to prioritize the processing of the environment around the system into NavMesh, allowing the use of all existing functionalities on planets. The first implementation of this feature will be, as they said, the Reclaimer and also the Colonialism Outpost Derelict Point of Interest. And this is new. I thought that only the Reclaimer would be having this feature, but it looks like the new Outpost will have that too. This is pretty cool. Next, we have the illegal collect and delivery missions here, which is a new set of delivery missions focusing on illegal cargo. And these will be offered by Red Wind Linehaul once the player reaches rank 2 reputation with them as a courier. Now, I already have them as at rank 2 as a courier, so I really wonder if I will have access to these missions there. Right now, Red Wind is the delivery company that operates around Hurston, so I'll be wondering if in 3.17.2 they will be operating all around the entire Stanton system. This is something that we don't know yet. At least this information was not revealed to me yet. The player will be sent generally to sketchy, rundown locations like drug labs and stash houses, and is tasked with delivering goods between them. Some of them may not be legal. The intro mission should be available in Hurston, yes, and if you have a rank 2 courier with Red Wheel, you should have access to the illegal missions, which will be available outside Hurston as well, so there will be in Crusader, ArcCorp, and Macrotech. Could this be the return of interplanetary delivery missions? Yes, please. We definitely need those, CIG. It looks like they are returning indeed. So if you have a rank 2 courier with Red Wheel, and you have completed the intro missions on Hurston, these missions come with 5 different versions, each with a different quantity of cargo and a corresponding monetary and reputation reward given on completion. Also, we're going to be having the Siege of Horizon Dynamic mission, and also a marker for friendly AI that are associated with the current FPS mission. Good, because we need to know which ones are friendly and which ones are not. This is going to prevent people from going to jail, hopefully. Also, we have a new salvage backpack as well, which is a new item that we can collect in the verse, and also some new armor have been added to shops, including also new lootable containers, which are the RBS Specialist Heavy Armor, which we can find apparently in shops too. We have a couple of new rest stop hangar additions as well, so they're updating the existing rest stops to have small and medium hangars, probably because they want to be avoiding pad ramming. on some of those stations as well. Also, we have new language points here, including unique rest stops location around Macrotech and R-Corp with full amenities such as clinic, hubs, shopping, and services. This update includes both the station themselves and the gas clouds surrounding the area. I have not seen any visuals of those, unfortunately, so I can't tell you how they are looking like. Also, Grimex Hospital expansion here is going to have extra medical room. I don't know, maybe because Grimex is a little bit too popular, I suppose, right? Also, improved NPC face randomization to be more diverse, so we should be able to see more faces of NPCs around the verse. Shopping kiosk quality of late update here, so there's an extra polish pass here for those kiosks, and hopefully they should be a little bit more reliable. Also, higher value gems will now be much more rare in loot crates. It's already the case. I have not been able to find any high value gems in any other crates in 3.17.1, so if there's any in some of the bunkers, well, let me know in the comment section down below where you can find it, because I just can't. Also, as they said, they've added friendly AI marker to mission NPC so that you can know which one is a friendly and which one is not. We have a lot of things here, including some performance updates for the blade. They returned weapons to increase velocity. Also, they increased the wing health for the blade as well. The Scorpius has had an extra pass by audio, and the mule weapon rack interaction should be easier to select as well. Also, let's have a look at some of the bug fixes, which are it's a pretty long list. They fixed. Now listen to that, guys. They fixed 19 client crashes. Yep, all those, especially all of you guys who've been mining and going back to the Lagrange points, right? How many of you guys have crashed with a hole full of Continuum on the way back to the refinery? This has happened to me so many times, and I'm quite hopeful that this is going to be fixed here. With that come also 17 server crashes, loss of 30k in 3.17.1, and hopefully 3.17.2 is going to be much more stable. Also, they fixed multiple backend server crashes, and the Arena Commander scoreboard should no longer crash the clients. With that come a lot of other bug fixes. For example, players, in theory, because this is a bug that they fixed a long time ago, but in theory, players should no longer be able to directly call other players to constantly monitor their location. Players should now be able to see and add other players in their friend list on the main menu. Shopping kiosk search filter should no longer reset the default after transaction success. Dragging and dropping magazine into the player armor should no longer cause the inventory to infinitely load and stop responding. Oh yes, thank you, especially when doing cave missions and trying to go into caves just for the gems, and then realizing that you can't drag the gems into your own inventory is extremely frustrating. On foot, players NPCs should no longer appear to pause and teleport when viewed through a scope at a distance. AI should now spawn in appropriate numbers during infiltrate and defend underground facilities mission. Player injuries should now fully persist through sessions. They fixed an issue causing the Argo mode to have no cargo capacity, which prevented mining. A lot of people have been reporting that the Argo mode was indeed very broken in 3.17.1. Well, guys, the fix is coming in 3.17.2, apparently. Hospital pharmacy kiosk should no longer display invalid location message upon purchase. Horizon pharmacy kiosk screen should no longer flash at a distance. The Crusader showroom sale terminal should no longer display a black screen. Players should no longer be able to duplicate ships by transferring from read-only ships on the claim timer and claiming the ship at another location. Item boxes left in hangars should now be cleaned up and no longer block a ship that is being spawned. Functional claim button should no longer briefly appear after the player selects store to store a ship. Area 18 center mass elevator should now no longer be duplicated. Astro Armada ship console should no longer have Z fighting. I have no idea what Z fighting is, but whatever. Horizon Covalex shipping and trading kiosks should now have proper interactions. Refinery shop kiosks should no longer have blank displays. Yes, thank you. Because now, if let's say we want to buy some commodities, some consumables at the refineries, we can't buy any of those. So I'm glad that this is being fixed. Defiance core armor should no longer have the wrong color in inventory. Players should now be able to interact and buy Tiger Claw crypto keys off the shelf at Grimex. Shopping Interstellar kiosk in Nubebe should now correctly use the new shop UI. Filtered out some items in the sell tab should now be correctly working. Uncommon loot crates should no longer be missing from Caterpillar Derelicts. The ships should no longer hop and jump around after being spawned. The Starfarer Gemini should no longer be missing its table and benches. They fix an issue causing players to impact into planets when quantum traveling to a party marker on the surface. The Scorpius Quantum Drive UI should no longer be very small, making it hard to read. Players should now be able to change the lower weapons on the Scorpius' turret. Scorpius headlights should no longer be dim and hardly usable in the dark. Well, I hope that they're going to be doing that to other ships as well and not just the Scorpius. Players should now be able to interact with top right MFDs in the Cutlass series. The remote turrets can be slaved to the driver in the Nova tank. The Redeemer nose turret should now fire correctly. They fix an issue causing the control panel to guardrail and the Reclaimer's elevator to not follow along with it. The Reclaimer's elevator should now correctly show options to go up to the bridge level. Jettison cargo inner thought prompt should now be visible inside the Prospector, which is again very useful because let's say you crashed, you get back to your session, but oh no, your Contenium is about to explode. You really want to be able to jettison it, right? The Hammerhead's front interior airlock should now allow players to open and close them correctly. Atmosphere should no longer be missing from the lower deck corridor of the rear elevator in the 600i. How many times have I seen that? Seems like it's another of these issues that's hard to fix, right? Players should no longer be able to fall through the closed rear ramp of the Cutlass Steel. Starfarer should no longer be able to quantum travel when another ship is docked to it. Players should now be able to get access to the 135C cargo bay. AI corpses should no longer despawn too quickly. Vaulting over objects should no longer seriously injure or knock out a player. Player EVA animation should no longer appear as them standing in space. Legal and illegal deploy probe missions should now show up correctly in the contract manager. The Arlington Gang Idris should now be able to maintain its flight in atmosphere. Morozov helmet cheek lights should no longer present externally for female characters. The Clasher prison escape rover should no longer spawn offset inside the garage. Players should no longer suffocate in their suit. Players should now suffocate in their suit when it runs out of oxygen in the Clasher mines. Hacking ships should no longer appear sideways when being equipped by the player. Yes, this always looks ridiculous. And there should no longer be a replace me ball on the surface near outposts on Daymar. Long list of fixes. We'll talk about the bug list probably when we'll see if some of these bugs come back in the next patch, so that's why I'm not going to be talking about those in this video. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment section down below what do you think needs fixing the most in 3.17.1. This is to get a chance to win a Hull A thanks to Dr. Fabin. Answer the question and subscribe to the channel. Also, a big shout out to my Patreon and Join Beta members. If you want to support the channel more, any help over there is much appreciated. You will get access to weekly exclusive videos as well as access to my Discord channel where we have another giveaway there. It's a Mule and Cutlass pack with LTI. Thank you so much to Dr. Fabin, Eric O, Captain Stay, Geek Citizen, and the Digiton. It's the Eradicator. I will see you guys later.